the Luminosity camp. I think you got to look at Henny. You got to look for that head-to-head. You have to look at these two going blow for blow. The two AWPers for either team, and there's going to be no paradise better for that duel than Mirage. That's the first map we're heading into, and as we get the first map of this grand final underway, we can see Luminosity over on the T side. Utility for Yell and Steel. They're going to be lining this up over here toward A. But already, Vitality, they're already switching things up. They're heading down the ramp. They're trying to take these fights. And Luminosity, they might get caught off guard.
Oh, Steel's going to be the first to fall. This Palace split needs to come through, but we've got Happy up on the balcony to try and lock that one down. They already baited into the two players on ramp, and Happy, he can't hit his shots. That's going to let Luminosity get onto the bomb site, and Nekis to find a frag for the Palace. Henny's still shooting down. Zywoo's caught on the ramp, but MBK does come to bail him out in the jungle. This leaves just Nekis.
And he's got a lot to do, trapped in this 1v2. He's going to get locked on down by MBK. So it does seem, at least on paper, like this should be a more equal game than what it's showing to be right now. It is just going to be partial investment here for the Brazilian squad. Steel wrapping in through lower tunnels. Important to note is our Vitality were the last team to play, so you have had some time to study them, some time to watch and get an understanding how they might play this. Here's Steel opening up with two, but it's instantly into the maws of Zywoo. MBK gonna mow down two over at Tetris. Vitality, they're certainly not up to playing games. It's a 6-0 lead right now for the
UP. This is where he needs to come to life. This has been a man that has carried Luminosity through this event. In fact, the top two rated players of this event so far are Zywoo and Henny. So it really is Norpa's paradise. Henny for this round, deep in the B apartments once again. He's still looking for this pick. He found it a few rounds ago to that aggressive RPK push, but this time he's jump spotting. This can always get dangerous, especially against someone with such lightning fast reactions, but he's not going to hit the shot. The molly pushes Henny forward, and already we're seeing a bit of a rotate back down to B4 Vitality. Happy is making sure he stays within the bomb site. So Henny's going to have a tough time of actually finding picks here unless someone jumps again. And RPK certainly looks like he's considering it, but a smoke down will keep Henny out of it for now. And Luminosity, you could see with them holding a really passive default towards the top of middle and just waiting around the Palace, they are really just relying on Henny to find a kill here. That's the entire setup right now. See if Vitality get aggressive, see if a frag goes your way, but if it doesn't, they need a game plan. They do have the smokes for it, but they've yet to even gain mid control.
And that's the worrying thing. I mean, you got Zywoo posted up here, Apex as well, lying in wait, just back to the top of mid, playing the anti-flash right now, doubles up as he does keep an eye on Lois. And he's going to go peek it into this, so he actually does just walk into the crosshair of Henny. And now that might have taken Luminosity, you can see this is what they were waiting for. They're so quick to act on the back of it. Smoking off this B bomb site initially, and that's pulled all these rotations in. 3 players here for Vitality, and that leaves all the pressure on to MBK. Deep within the depths of CT spawn, he's going to get Molotov off at the angle right now. Tries to stick around a little bit. At MBK, they walk on into his crosshair, but he's only good for one. Now Steel on this pincer on in from behind. Going to start to apply the pressure at Luminosity, looking like they might pick up their first round here and now. It's only Zywoo and Happy left, double AWP in the retake. And as good as Zywoo has been, this is asking a lot of him. Yeah, he's just hiding.
That's a really nice round from Luminosity, right? They have what seemingly looks like no game plan, considering they have no map control apart from B apartments, right? And they're just holding towards the top of middle. They throw in the full B execute, Vitality, start to expect the B play, and then straight out of nowhere, they run right back towards middle. Apex gives a kill over to the T side as well, because he tries to rotate up through short. And from that point on, Luminosity can take mid, go connector, get A. And as soon as Vitality realize it's actually the A site, Steel comes in from the back line, just stabbing into the behinds of Vitality. So, first round taken, as you say. Luminosity in with a chance to keep this up, but they can't afford to get reset just yet.
To what they think Vitality are bringing to the table. But one thing is for certain, Luminosity don't look too comfortable playing this style right now. Yell's down here in the lower tunnels. He has got a man with him to try and help out, and they smoke like Zywoo. He's going to go down into the maws of these players at lower tunnels, but now at the mercy of Apex. He's only good for one. Steel's back with a double. We mentioned how that's been something he's been so good at, is finding these trades. Finally, MBK is going to deal with him, but now it's Lucas opening up a whole different kettle of fish inside of this A bomb site.
Okay, he's pushed forward by the Molotov. That's going to come back to bite him as Nekis finds the headshot. And it is just Happy left alive with the AWP. That was a sitter. But just falling off the top of the stairs is going to be that player surviving in the sandwich. And how Happy, he could have stopped the bomb from crossing, but it's already gotten into position because he rotated back around that connector. Molotov won't do a thing. Luminosity have already got the bomb down. And in a 3-on-1, it's going to have to be that save. Vitality may have found the reset in the previous round, but Luminosity do recover with the force buy. I say force buy. It was 3 rifles, then AWP and a deagle. But it's not going to be a huge problem now for Vitality. ZywOo is being the bank of the team. That was his first death there, just jumping into underpass. I'd love to know why. Lucas making sure there's no one sticking this bomb on the exit. And that will be Luminosity taking 2 here for the T side. A slow start, Harry, but better late than never.
For Vitality, they were able to hold on to that AWP. Tactical port is going to be called on in. They've been pretty liberal with these throughout their games today.
You know, upcoming North American teams in North America. But no, it's no NA teams today in the grand final. The Frenchmen and the Brazilians battling it out. Boost up towards B, going to be actually catching out Henny. Happy goes up on top of RPK's head, and we've seen the amount of times that Henny's tried to go for that peak, so Vitality adapting to it, getting ready for that pace. The AWP already being removed, and this was a pretty key thing for Vitality to actually get away with this win. They need to get rid of the AWP, but Nekkis has got rid of 2 on this A bomb site in the meantime, opening it up for the taking. 1 more man rotating in while the smoke's being set up, and Apex is only good for 1 more. It's a 2-on-3 here, but Luminosity have yet to get this bomb towards the A side.
It is beginning this rotation round. Going to look to try and join up with Lucas, who is making noise up in Palace. He's certainly making his presence known, and he is tagged down low. RPK trying to buy time for Happy to build up a position over on short, but nothing comes of it. Instead, it's Steel to go ahead and delete him from this mid position, and now hunting down the AWP on the back of Happy as well.
That was a really nice bait play from Luminosity as well. They had 1 in Palace who was low, another man on ramp with the bomb right, so you don't want either of those to really commit to a fight and lose it. So as a result, they're just bait peeking up from their positions to allow a split up connect 3, and they finally done it, Harry. They broke the money of Vitality, so we do have pistols here for the Frenchmen. Typically an iconic French buy, but I guess not anymore, especially not when they've not even really bought into this one. It's only 2 investments and already a mid-push coming through. That's not going to be successful. ZywOo's been taken out. There's 4 more where that came from, but Luminosity just mopping them up. A couple of kills come through for Vitality, though, and those are guns dropped over. If they can retrieve them, there's a chance for Vitality to keep up the damage, and damage is exactly what Apex is doing.
He's now been able to pick up an AK, and there's a real chance for him in this round. The one thing that could go unnoticed is this man down in CT, and Apex does not look ready for it. Gonna try and flick up onto Lucas, but the aim punch playing into that. You can see his crosshair up in the sky. And Luminosity will manage to...
That opens up the window room. Luminosity, they have some strong map control right now. Apex will spot Yell, taking him out of the picture, but Nekkis is coming in on the backline. And that, with 30 seconds left, could win Luminosity the round.
Oh, but he's been red, and Apex able to sniff out another. And now the pressure on to the boys up in the apartments. It's Steel and Henny. I spoke a lot about these two and how impressed that we've been with them. They have to try and get past the tank. RPK sitting inside of this B bomb site alone, looking to try hold back the Brazilian duo. They are going to get spotted out, and RPK fighting for his life now, wasting time, and he's doing more than that. Missed shot from Henny, and now just 5 seconds. He has to get this bomb down, and he's not going to in time. The round going to be picked up by Vitality here, and Henny might even go down after time thanks to this flank round from Happy. That is a disaster for Luminosity.
And Nekkis go down in the jungle. Now Luminosity maybe going back to something a little more basic, a bit of a faster approach. A quick A play after all. MBK, he's got a jiggle. He's going back and forth. Still not yet to find a kill, but he's done so much damage. And that will get cleaned up by Apex. 2 from him. ZywOo with a double. And with the bomb down on ramp, Nekkis too far away to stop this.
Yeah, he's a long way from home right now, and it's a perilous journey back toward this A-bomb site. Still 5 players left up. He is going to tag down RPK, but now all that's done is ring the dinner bell. You can see Vitality hightailing it over here toward this B-bomb site, going to try and track him down and make him feel very claustrophobic indeed. Nekkis lost the rest of his Brazilian brethren over at A. The bomb's dropped there as well, and he's got a long road if he wants to try and build anything back into this round. There is at least a rifle to be picked up over here in the kitchen. So he's going to have that to work with at the very least. Might even catch the timing onto Apex. Indeed he does, Nekkis. As a man in the murder hole, and is he going to go ahead and realize in time? Indeed he does, so now he's skipped on by that as well, and he's dodging these hazards. He's hipping and skipping around in through CT, going to try and get up past that Molotov, and indeed he does. Nekkis baiting out these shots, trying to get all the info in the world, but ZywOo is just faster on the trigger. They're very reliant on having this AWP up in Henny's hands, and they haven't really had the money to run it as much as they would have liked. Vitality, they have no such issue. They have a double AWP into most of these rounds. Apex going to boost himself up onto short early on. MBK picking a fight with Lucas at ramp and winning it out applies that much more pressure and that much more emphasis onto this mid play now from Luminosity. They have to try and find something on the back of it because they've lost the man early on and they've gained nothing from it.
Vitality still expecting some kind of faster B approach. They had 3 players stacked up on that bomb site, but it couldn't be more wrong. Nekis is pressuring in mid, and he's found another pick onto MBK falling off the stairs. Apex will retrieve some damage onto Yell, and in fact, he's just dropped the bomb towards top as well. Nekis, how has he not got that frag while Apex peeked out wide? It's going to really be a problem for Luminosity, stuck in a 2-on-3. Nade still raining in, Peak still coming through, Vitality keeping up the pressure, and Nekis is down to just 12 points of health. He is not long for this world. Steel, all that remains in this 1v3, but he has started off.
Yeah, he's got the ball rolling now. He just needs to keep it going. Apex brought down a 5 HP, and ZywOo left up in this round. The bomb is under their control, so for Steel, he's got to fight for every little edge he can get. And a first, try and win the fight on Apex. Indeed he does. Fastest man alive might be Steel. And now the 1v1. ZywOo still tucked away, going to get the timing right. And Steel looks disappointed as ever with that on 11-4 half. Vitality here. A monstrous lead on the map pick of Luminosity. It's a new look French team, and it's working out for them right now. Luminosity over on this CT side have to try and dig deep, and this is certainly not the setup for it. It's a retake setup for this A bomb site. Only Yell here. And as he backs off, Vitality, they've swarmed on into this one. This A bomb site's already overrun with Frenchmen.
Yeah, the bomb's down as well for Vitality. It's a full retake setup for Luminosity, but they're already getting aggressive in the CT spawn. RPK, he's going to be the first point of contact, and there's going to be 5 players on the other side. Look at this burst from Luminosity. They all come around at the same time. It's a mess. It's a massacre, and ZywOo's going to get 2. Henny's still alive with a trade, and he makes it a double as well. This retake is well and truly on.
Yeah, Henny and Yell, the two that try and split that AWP responsibility, left up now only with pistols. The sidearm's going to try and get this job done, and Henny, third kill of the round, is Happy up in the Palace. Does tag down the first man, and Yell's playing around on the bomb. Happy's just toying with him, and Vitality, a 12th round, they go ahead and take that second pistol as well, and Happy, he does crack a smile.
Tree frag.
Yeah, Apex, you highlighted him at halftime, someone leading the charge right now for Vitality, at least in this matchup. It was ZywOo earlier on. And well now, man advantage gained for Vitality in this round. They're just going to look to try and keep things clean. It's back towards A. They head slowly but surely, encroaching into the turf of Yell, who sits back in CT spawn. Gonna have this Eagle, and Yell's got a lot to try and answer with. We'll get forced off the angle as RPK tries to take this fight. That smoke rains down, and that's going to block off CT. So for the time being, they can just ignore the man that resides here. Vitality looking to keep their 13th round very, very clean indeed. And they will. 5 players staying alive. That Mag 7 on Henny gets absolutely nothing done. And one of the biggest strengths
coming in from the top, we've got Apex down lower as well. MBK sneaking into B, and there's a bit of a stack here from Luminosity, so if Vitality split short with that bomb, it could be a bit of a problem, but you still got to remember, these guys are unarmored, they are unequipped, but Lucas, he still finds that opening kill. That might make things doable.
I mean, that reply comes in straight away from Vitality. Anything that Luminosity do, they answer back with twice the force. They're going to go to nade down Lucas, finish him off with MBK up in the apartments, and now walking into this B bomb site. Nekis has picked up one. Henny going to go and tag down the other man over at short, and that is the bomb drop. ZywOo's going to fall short. And now the rest of the rotation's coming on in. Happy going to try and take up position at short. MBK does bail them out right now. And Happy, easy does it, sneaking on in, going to go ahead and pick up this bomb, trying to clear out bench, and for the time being, Henny will go undetected. Going to try and emerge now, and has done damage onto MBK, but Ultimately, no armor, very low HP on those last two remaining players. Vitality able to close that round out.
Yeah, MB, right, they know that RPK's up in ladder, or at least Yell looked aware of the possibility of that boost in window as well, but Luminosity have no idea where the bomb's going, and that's the big problem. If you have these aggressive positions on Vitality, you can just split the bomb in through T-spawn, and it can go to either A or B, and Luminosity just have to gamble at that point. So a 3-on-4 that looked almost undoable with the positions Vitality had, and that's been the story of this entire game so far. Happy even finding the opener, and we're starting to reach the end of the map here, Harry, unless Luminosity have a response. If they do, they need to pull it out right here, right now. MBK pressure on B. That smoke is going to make Luminosity question as well, and even if they don't commit to it, it will keep these two CTs in position for at least the next 20 or so seconds. That gives ample time for Vitality to rotate the bomb back into middle, and with a man up in the Palace already who's found a pick on A, that just makes the A site look even more luscious.
Yeah, luscious is one word for it, one word for a bloodbath. Two players here for Luminosity left standing. Vitality, though, they might skip it altogether. They do have Zywoo locking down the short position. Yell and Henny in responses, they know they've given up mid. They're going to try and take ramp, but they have to watch the timing. And this is actually the one place that Vitality don't have anybody. Now they're going to get heard rearing their heads from Connector, and these MP9s both going to try and do work from range. Apex goes peeking into it and does dispatch to the first man. Surely there's no way he's ready for Yell. So they will manage to find a couple of frags, start to claw their way back into this round. Luminosity trying to pick this game up, but MBK smiting down Steel in the Connector. RPK now picking up one of his own in the blink of an eye. It's only Yell left standing, and they know exactly where he is. He's got a lot to do, and three players still yet to find. That Molotov is going to force RPK out into the open, but they double peek into him, and Vitality going to be picking up this map, convincingly so. 16-4 here on Mirage. The map pick of Luminosity going the way of the Frenchman as they move 1-0 up in this grand final series.
And I mean, over on paper, that is just the Vitality that we should expect, really, with some of the names on this team and some of the